Welcome everyone once again. So my last video I talked about the kind of weird food and my family ate to in order for us to survive. So in this video I'll be talking about how this weird food, the hardship, actually affected my dad's death. So in my previous video I talked about how my dad escaped death 20 years ago when he did surgery. So then he was actually giving many rules. He shouldn't like kind of do a stressful and strain work. He shouldn't carry heavy stuff. So he was giving many rules. He shouldn't eat peppery food. He shouldn't eat a very hard food. Then my dad had to avoid eating eba. Yeah, they told me not to eat eba and some other food like that. So when our shift started for us, he had no choice than to be doing the things he was told not to do. So I'll start the kind of story about the exact food that we were eating. Like we ate that food for, I think we ate it consistently for like 3 months or so in order for us to be able to survive Adam. So the food we were actually eating consistently then for like 3 months, if not more, was actually cocoyam. So I was talking about how this happened and how my dad's health was affected by it. So it all happened on a afternoon. My dad went out. So me and my siblings, me and my sister were the only one at home. So my sister just went nearby and went to uproot a cocoyam. So then, because it was doing like the hardship was already coming, then that we hardly barely had something to eat, stuff like that. So my sister went to, my dad didn't even know, like she was naive, so she just went to uproot the cocoyam. And my sister was actually wanted to like uproot it because it just had all this cocoyam that not like someone planted it, just like grew by itself. So my sister just wanted to like uproot it for fun, but at the end she ended up finding many tubers of cocoyam in it. So she brought it home. She was like, what? I was the only one at home then. She was like, what are we going to do about this? This cannot be that. Should we cook and eat it? Then I was like, okay, we should cook and eat it that. So we were like, we should cook it fast and eat it fast before my dad come back, because my dad is more closer. When my dad is more closer to when my mom is. Then so we were like, we should eat it, cook it fast and eat it before my dad come back. So because we were using firewood then, because that's the only means we could afford at that moment. We light up firewood. Even we that we never know, because like I said in my other video, they used to call us boti, because we don't really know how all those things work. We don't even know how to set firewood. So we just set it up. Like I remember that day we wasted my mom, like half of my mom kerosene, because we were struggling to even light up the fire. But eventually we ended up lighting it up. Then we put the cocoyam on fire. So we were like, oh, we need to cook it and eat it fast before my dad's come back, because we were scared that probably my dad might not like us the fact that we are actually eating cocoyam, stuff like that. So we were actually scared of him. So that was how we put cocoyam on fire. Then we were actually monitoring my dad on one end to be sure he's not coming back soon. So when the cocoyam was about to get done, we saw my dad come. I started panicking. We're like, God, what are we going to do now? What are we going to say to our dad? How will my dad feel about this? We were so scared. So we were kind of contemplating what to do. We were like, should we carry cocoyam for fire and pour it? But it was already late. My dad was almost, so where we were actually collaborating, and my dad already saw smoke from afar. So we have to like leave it and hope that it won't actually beat us. So that's when my dad came. My dad was like, what are we cooking? We could not talk. So my dad himself that actually went to like to the fire and opened the pot. So he saw we were cooking cocoyam. He did not say anything. That's why my dad helped us to put in more fire. And also because we didn't do the fire, because the cocoyam would have been done earlier than that if we had lightened up the fire well. My dad helped us to do the fire very well. We were shocked. We were looking at our dad. So our dad will not beat us. So me and my sister were like happy. From there he went to pluck the cocoyam leaf. So he was helping us to do the fire. We were shocked. So the cocoyam was done not long. My dad gave us the cocoyam. So this kind of local way in order to eat it for us, not for to burn our hand, because we need to peel it. So that was how my dad gets went to get palm oil and palm oil and salt. So that's how we actually ate it together, the 3 of us that day, not knowing that cocoyam would be a saving stuff for us during that moment. Like, so just as if it was God actually sent my sister, because that cocoyam now became something that we literally survived on. So first, it was as if the cocoyam actually opened our eyes to see, oh, now that we're actually starving and think we can be eating cocoyam in order for, like, as a food for the meantime. So that's how we all families started eating cocoyam. And then around, you can just find cocoyam anywhere, even though we did not plant it. So that's how we started eating the cocoyam. We eat it as yam, we pound it and eat as pounded yam, along with this the wet soup I mentioned in my other video about the cassava leaf and cashew leaf that we do prepare. So that was how we survived on the cocoyam for months. And then my dad had to, because when we exhaust the cocoyam around us, we did not plant cocoyam, we don't have a cocoyam farm, so we need to like look for other ways to for us to get cocoyam. So there was a man that has an uncompleted building opposite our house. The man has cassava and cocoyam up in front of his house. So he actually puts my dad in charge of the house in case of anything, stuff like that. I remember one day said my dad actually killed a bush rat there in his house then, because he actually planted the cassava and cocoyam, this the mini land that is actually in front of his building. So that's how we went. At first we were kind of sneaking to get cocoyam from his farm, because we did not know how it will feel. But it gets to a point, it was so obvious, and for it to be like we are actually stealing from him, my dad had to call him and contact him that he should please the cocoyam in his farm. Like my dad kind of requested for cocoyam from him, and he gave my dad go ahead as far as at least my dad is helping him to monitor the house. So that's how he gave my dad a go ahead for cocoyam. So I could remember one day when we went to his farm to get cocoyam. So my dad was trying to uproot, and it was during dry season. Yeah, because this like that the land they were already very, very hard to like up. So despite the fact that my dad was not able to, shouldn't be doing any kind of stressful or hard labor, a choice than to go through the stress. So it was during the dry season then, when the ground was already very, very hard. So that day when my dad was trying to uproot it, he just fell down with his back. Then I'm sure he will actually feel the pain, or he just just laugh about it as family, because it as family then. But I'm sure he might probably feel the pain on his back. So that's how we literally survived. And my dad shouldn't be pounding yam. He started pounding, because cocoyam is actually different from yam. It's actually takes very, very long before it will be able to form, and my mom doesn't have the capability to actually pound such pound for long. So it was my dad that was pounding too. So from there, because we couldn't even afford to even buy pepper, so it was all this pepper that we do see around, all these small pepper that just do just grow anyhow. That is what we do use to cook our black soup I talked about. So those pepper are very, very, they have a very, very high level of pepper. So each time we use it to cook, it always affects my dad, but we usually endure and eat it. So my dad too was a kind of like, he actually neglects the fact that he actually thought since been a while he's done the surgery like years ago. So he believed that okay, he should have been healed by now, that even if he's actually doing a stressful work or he's eating some food he shouldn't eat, it won't affect him, because they were told not to eat hard food, which my dad started eating that cocoyam, pounded yam. And it's because no matter how much you pound, no matter how much water you put, when you want to eat it, it will be very, very hard. So that's how my dad started eating it, and bit by bit it was really affecting his health without him knowing. So that was how we survived on that cocoyam and cocoyam pounded yam for like 3 months plus. That was the food we were eating morning, afternoon, night. If we eat cocoyam in the morning, we eat pounded yam in the evening. So in my other videos I'll be talking about the part 2 of this video. Then my dad having lost his job, then so about also the kind of food we also need in order for us to survive. Thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to also like this video, and if you're new here, kindly subscribe, and also you can also turn on the notification button so as to get notified when I'll be posting my next video. Thanks.